Emmerson PF. Emmerson PF. Emmerinokubatana. Emmerinokubatana. Emmerson PF. Emmerson PF. Emmerina Youth Wing. Emmerina Youth League. Emmerina Youth League. Emmerson PF. Emmerson PF. Emmerinokubatana. Emmerinokubatana. Viva Zanu PF! Viva Zanu PF! Mandu. Thank you. Our Director of Ceremonies and Chairman of this conference, our National Chairman of the Party, Honorable OCZ Mchinguri Kashiri, the Deputy Secretary of Youth, Comrade Chirau, the First Lady Emmerson Mnangagwa in absentia, the Honorable Vice President and Second Secretary of Zanu PF, Honorable General Retired Dr. Chiwenga, the Honorable Vice President, Second Secretary of Zanu PF, Colonel Retired KCD Mohadi, Secretary for Administration, Comrade Obed Mpofu, members of the Politburo and Central Committee who are here, members of the outgoing National Youth League Executive, members of the Youth League National Assembly, affiliate organizations who are here, members of the Diplomatic Corps who may be here, invited representatives from our sister revolutionary parties and other youth organizations in the region and beyond. Other distinguished conference delegates, I recognize you in your individual as well as collective capacities, comrades and friends. Before I make my statement, I would like to introduce my presidium of Zanu PF. I want the youth to know your presidium. It's very rare that you see them together. It is constituted of 4 people and 1 secretary to the Presidium. The secretary to the Presidium is Comrade Dr. Obed Mpofu. May you stand up. Wakotsira. Slogan.
Zanu PF. Zanu PF. Emmerson Mnangagwa. Councillor, more opposition.
Thank you very much, Comrade Mpofu. He is the secretary to the Presidium. The next person is the national chairman of Zanu PF, Comrade Chinguri. She is a member of the Presidium. The next person is Colonel retired Kesili Mwadi. The next is General Chiwenga, Vice President. Okupedzisira ndini pamberi Zanu PF, pamberi Zanu PF, pamberi nokubatana, pamberi nokubatana, pamberi Zanu PF, pamberi Youth Wing, pamberi Youth League. Viva Zanu PF! Viva Zanu PF! Pasne Mandu. Thank you. I am honored to address you all at this official opening of the 7th National Conference of the Youth League, being held under the theme Vision 2030, Revitalize, Empower, Involve the Youth. The conference is historic and marks the opening of a new era and the rejuvenation of the youth movement of our colossal party, Zanu PF. This follows the resolution by the Central Committee to enforce the age requirements of the Youth League membership as provided for in our party constitution. The restructured Youth League is defining and a reawakening of our party as encountered by the youth. This further serves as a testimony that our colossal mass party is about our history, our revolution, the present, and indeed the future is in the hands of this party. As delegates here gathered, and the Youth League membership in general, you have the duty to forge ahead and play your critical part in our country's reform, modernization, and industrialization agenda. During the liberation struggle, the philosophy of Mwana wevu Mtwana wenhlabati was a source of inspiration to the men, sons and daughters who liberated this great country. Today, our development mantra, nyika inovakwa, inotongwa, nebe nebayo. Ilizwe liyakwa libuswe ngabanikazi. This must invoke the consciousness and the zeal of sense of responsibility within you, the youth, to be masters of your own destiny in your own country and as a people. After all, the party constitution obligates the Youth League to mobilize young people for full participation in the political, economic, social and cultural affairs of our motherland. It is therefore incumbent on you, young people, to strengthen your resolve and work for the realization of our collective national aspirations and Vision 2030. I further challenge you to learn from our party's rich liberation history, revolutionary traditions and valuable experience accumulated and passed down since the genesis of our national revolution and the founding of our colossal party, Zanu PF. Be rest assured that under the Second Republic, the current young generation will continue to be facilitated to establish fulfilling careers and successful enterprises. No one and no youth will be left behind as we build our great motherland, Zimbabwe, brick upon brick, and stone upon stone. Comrades, allow me to extend a warm revolutionary welcome to our guests from sister parties and other progressive organizations from the region and beyond. Your attendance, comrades, at this conference is in keeping with the long-standing tradition of solidarity which saw our country, Zimbabwe, along with others on the African continent, attaining independence and freedom from imperialism. I urge you, as the youth from across our continent, to strengthen collaboration and partnerships towards youth empowerment, as well as the modernization, industrialization, and prosperity of our respective countries. You must never take lightly your duties and responsibilities for the realization of the African Union Agenda 2063 and the Africa we want. Dear comrade delegates, as we gather at this conference, we solemnly remember those members of the Youth League who passed on since the 60th National Youth League Conference. We particularly pay tribute to the late national hero and the Secretary for Youth Affairs, Comrade Absalom Skosana, who selflessly saved the Youth League and our party. His dedication, discipline, ethical and loyal service to the party and his nation should be an example for future leaders of the Youth League. May all their souls rest in eternal peace. I acknowledge those members of the Youth League who have now graduated to the main wing and the Women's League of the party. Congratulations for growing up. I commend you for your patriotism and loyalty to the party constitution and leadership during your membership in the Youth League. I urge you to continue wholeheartedly serving our party in your new structures. Comrades, this 7th National Youth League Conference comes at a time when the party is scaling up the implementation of the resolutions of the 19th National People's Conference and the grassroots mobilization programs ahead of the 2023 harmonized general elections. Further, as the youth leaders, you have an opportunity to engage and develop concrete strategies for growing the party's support base within the context of the emerging and ever-changing socio-economic and the political realities of our times. I applaud the peaceful conduct of the nomination of the members to be elected into the National Youth League Executive. The internal democratic processes of our party must continue to rejuvenate our organization to guarantee an intergenerational membership base. This must strengthen unity, cohesion, and continuity. Munhu wese anokwana muhomwe yeZanu PF. It was in this spirit that the Central Committee of the party resolved that all outgoing Youth League National Executive members will now become ex-officio members of our Central Committee. This will go a long way to infuse a youthful voice across all leadership structures of our party. As you convene over the 2 days, I call upon the youth to commit to defend the legacy and rich heritage bequeathed to us through our protracted armed liberation struggle. Never forget that the independence, the freedom, and the democracy we enjoy as a nation came through the painful sacrifices and the bloodshed of the men, sons and daughters of this great country, some of whom were youths just like you. The baton has been passed to you now. Now it is your turn to defend the revolution, to defend the party, and to defend our country, Zimbabwe. When we were your age, we went to the war and fought. Men of your own brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, we are now your fathers. We were once young. We liberated Zimbabwe from the British. Now we want to die in peace, knowing we leave this country in the hands of a patriotic youth who are proud to be Zimbabweans, who are proud to be Africans. Unlike the young people of yesteryear who had to use the barrel of the gun, you must now defend this rich heritage through your votes. A vote for Zanu PF is a vote of independence, is a vote for freedom, and is a vote for sovereignty. It is indeed a vote for development, a secure destiny, and a brighter future. Never be led astray by the men wolves in sheep's clothing, roaming our political landscape. Do not sell your birthright for small trinkets. We are aware that some of our people are working with detractors to bring about regime change through the manipulation of our exchange rate and unjustified price hikes. My government is seized with this matter, and the perpetrators will soon be brought to book. I exhort the youth of our beloved country, Zimbabwe, to be vigilant and help expose all these deviant malcontents and the counter-revolutionaries. Sezo imwi vechidiki muchine mazuva akawanda mumusangano. Defend and promote your party and its government in every circumstance which come across. In all seasons, in winter, in summer, in spring, in autumn, be principled. And be unwavering members of Zanu PF who uphold the values of patriotism, loyalty, service to the people, hard, honest work, honest and self-discipline. Kana kuchinaya, kana kuchipisa, kuchitonhora, makaguta kana munenzara. Defend your party and defend your country. The rallying mobilization call of our mass party, Musangano Kumasel, should guide the successful implementation of all youth league programs and activities. The grassroots structures of our party must be at the center of our resounding victory in the forthcoming 2023 harmonized general elections. The youth league structures across the provinces are directed to close ranks and they work with unity of purpose. I'm aware that as the elections were taking place, not everyone was happy. Democracy is so structured that it doesn't make everybody happy. Together with your affiliate organizations, you are called upon to harness the youth demographic dividend, riding on modern technologies to mobilize the youth to join the party and register to vote for Zanu PF. I commend the young women for economic development. I commend Men Believe ED and the Zimbabwe Congress of Student Unions, among other affiliate organizations, Zikosu and others, for their unwavering support and popularizing our party's programs and activities across the country. Comrade delegates, the theme of this conference, Vision 2030, revitalize, empower, involve the youth, reiterates the need for the increased recognition and participation of young people in the mainstream economy and the body politic of our nation. I therefore urge you all to take advantage of the numerous opportunities arising from the modernization and industrialization of our country. In the agriculture sector, we are championing and facilitating access to land by the youth, among other productive assets. However, a shift of mindset must be entrenched among you, the youth, with regards to production and productivity. During our time, many years ago, we aspired to be educated to become teachers or nurses. This must now change. Countries are developed, they are modernized, they are industrialized by their own people. You must now aspire to be innovative. The Second Republic has created space for those who have talent at all our state universities by creating innovation hubs. Any young boy or girl, any young person can go and express your talents, your inventions, and your imaginations, bringing your imagination to a product or service at these sponsored and funded innovation hubs. To date, 500 hectares of land has been set aside in every province for agriculture integrated youth skills development centers. These centers will train the youth on various aspects of the agriculture sector and value chain. Similarly, I was pleased to hand over efforts to the youth from all provinces as part of the ongoing Presidential Livestock Input Support Scheme. We now should have a mindset to create wealth. Do not aspire to be employed, aspire to employ. Work hard, work hard. Create wealth, make money. Do not spend the time in demonstrations and burning people's properties. I congratulate our young farmers for participating in the Presidential Climate-Proofed Mfubuza and Etwansa and the CBZ Agro Yield Program, among other agricultural programs which have been set by the Second Republic. Your contribution as young farmers to national food security is acknowledged and appreciated. With regard to the mining sector, which remains open for the participation of our youths, presently, a considerable number of our youth are actively mining and contributing to our national mining sector targets. This I applaud you. Government recognizes that all mining operations and other economic activities must be in sync with meeting local expectations such as wealth creation, youth and women empowerment, community involvement, as well as protection of the environment. The Second Republic created Empower Bank for women to access funds without collateral. The Second Republic also created the Youth Bank for the youth to access funding for projects. This is an opportunity for you to express yourselves if you have ideas in your heads. As outlined in our 2018 election manifesto, my government continues facilitating youth empowerment, education and skills development initiatives. Opportunities have been availed at innovation hubs, as I've mentioned, and industrial parks at our institutions of higher learning, so that you, the youth, realize your full potential. Presently, the innovation revolution has seen the young people of our country being the epicenter of the production of goods and services, which answer to the needs of our communities and the growing economy. This is commendable. The needs of society should be addressed and answered by us. You don't expect that the Americans will look to Zimbabwe to develop America, or will the Japanese look to Zimbabwe to develop Japan? The Japanese develop Japan. Americans develop America. The Cubans develop Cuba. The British develop Britain. Zimbabwe must be developed by Zimbabweans. And you are the Zimbabweans who must develop our country. In line with our declaration of 2022 is the year of growth. The year 2022 is the year of growth. I challenge you to start many more businesses and create wealth for yourselves, for your families, and in the end, is for your country. Especially in the sectors such as construction, ICT, tourism, and the financial service sectors, among others. The days for you to line up and seek for jobs are fading. You must leverage on our country endowments to create decent jobs and opportunities towards the growth of local economies, rural industries in our province and districts, wards and villages. The role of government is to create that environment. And under the Second Republic, we put windows of funding for those who want to exercise their talents, who support you. Not that everybody will succeed. It is better to try and fail than to sit back. I therefore, as your leader, expect to see the emergency of a crop of young, versatile entrepreneurs who will help leapfrog our economic growth and emerge as the country's millionaires. From you, not from anywhere. We should not feel proud to be applauding millionaires from elsewhere. All of them were born of a woman, and the same with us. However, always remember the importance of hard, honest work. Our party, Zanu PF, will never tolerate corruption. I repeat, our party will never tolerate corruption. The Youth Empowerment Bank will continue to offer tailor-made youth businesses and entrepreneurship startup packs, financial products and services to meet the aspirations of you, our youth. You are our future. Equally, Development partners working with the youth are challenged to tailor-make sustainable development programs and projects to enhance the economic prospects of our young people. Dear comrades and delegates, the Second Republic and the Zanu PF government has ensured the setting aside of 10 House of Assembly seats for you. Tinodavo kuti mumbodziya moto yavadhara. Over and above this, I made a deliberate decision to appoint youthful ministers and deputy ministers. Vamachwari Panam. And several others in other institutions of government. This is to make sure that as our generation goes away, we've prepared enough young people to take over from us. These interventions we are making as Second Republic strengthens your representation as the youth in governance architecture of both the party and the country at large. This is why my presidium decided that in the past, when the Youth National Executive graduated as a result of age, they went away into the wilderness. But we have decided that no, you graduate into the Central Committee and they continue to participate in the politics of your country. Additionally, youth desks have been established to mainstream the needs of our young people across all our ministries, departments and agencies of government. As we uphold the mantra, leaving no one and no place behind, the youth desks must be used as watchdogs in the implementation of all youth development programs. The revised National Youth Policy is another declaration of my government's commitment to provide practical support to the development and empowerment of our young men and women. Likewise, the youth human capital base continues to be enhanced through the reconfiguration of technical vocational training centers, leadership development training programs, as well as the nurturing of youth startups in various sectors of the economy. The above initiatives will be consolidated through the promulgation of the Youth Act and the National Youth Service Act, which is coming. Allow me to commend the endurance, perseverance, and resilience demonstrated by the youth during the COVID-19 pandemic, including supporting government efforts through production of personal protective equipment. In spite of the significant milestones made by the youth, I have noted with grave concern the growing use and abuse of drugs and other harmful substances. Drugs and other illicit substances have never been part of our identity, social norms, and the practices as Zimbabweans. This culture is foreign to us. It is now urgent and imperative for the Youth League of our mass party Zanu PF together with its affiliate organizations, to initiate and take a lead in the implementation of programs against drug and substance abuse. I therefore urge the new youth leadership to take this into account. Dear comrades, as outlined in our party constitution, the National Youth League Conference will see the election of heads of departments and their deputies. It is my expectation, therefore, that elected cadres will be vibrant leaders who implement cutting-edge, multi-pronged strategies to increase youth mobilization and participation in both the party and the affairs of our great country. Peace, love, unity, and respect for one another must guide your elective processes. Ndinoziva kuti kune vanobira kana vakabigwa. The truth is known by yourself in your heart. That are you patriotic or honest? Our human eyes cannot tell by looking at you that you are honest. It is, however, critically important that whatever you do, you should exhibit loyalty, honesty, commitment, and respect of the party and leadership. Regionalism, tribalism, chicanery, and vote buying have no place in this revolutionary party. Those who have made money make money and eat it and not corrupt others. Nor should you buy your way up the ladder of the party using money. Pass in as well. Pass in as well. The party constitution, the principles and values, along with the culture of the Second Republic, should always be your beacon, your compass, in your journey in the party, in your mother country. Finally, I would like to once again thank the outgoing Youth League leadership for the good work during your 8-year tenure and for coordinating the hosting of this conference. You have been the longest executive in the history of the party. As you undertake the laid out agenda, I implore you to remain focused and united towards the realization of the aims and objectives of the Youth League and the party as a whole. With these remarks, therefore, it is now my singular honor and privilege to declare the 7th National Youth League Conference officially opened. I wish you all successful and fruitful deliberations. Zanu PF. Zanu PF. Pambirino kubatana. Pambilo kubambana. Pambilo kubambana. Anembo kujatana. Anembo kujatana. Pasne mando. Viva Zanu PF! Viva Zanu PF! Icha! Icha! Pasne mando. I thank you.